This is the Woke Socialist podcast. You're going to have to excuse my fan over here. I've been about 2 weeks without air conditioning, and it's really hot in the DMV. But let's get at it. The difference between a leader and a politician is a leader tells you what you need to know, and a politician tells you what you want to hear. And this is what we have experienced right now, all over the United States of America, from both parties in Congress and the Senate. Let me be clear. Black and brown people are separated from this process, especially those who have been here since 1492 and 1619. You might think that we are your willful idiots, your comrades, your whatever you want to think. But we're not. We have come at a point as people of color where we need to choose between the preservation of our families and a government that does not represent us. What fills that void right now has always been there. But some of us, including myself, were too dumb to listen way back in 2015 to people like Bernie Sanders telling us that this was what was to come. Now, where we are right now cannot only be blamed on Donald Trump. It can also be blamed on insider trading within the Republican and Democratic parties, just wealth growth through election after election after election. And we bought into this shit. We bought into it. And our parents indoctrinated us into democracy as it was. Both parties love the United States of America. If you don't like Republicans, vote for Democrats. If you want to live like a Republican, vote Democratic. And so we fell for the okie doke. We did that. Black people especially. Which is especially shameful at this moment. Because we have been educated through the ages to understand the enemy. But yet, after being shown time and time again that this was the case, we bought into the white savior too. As Native Americans, the same thing. So if we ran for office, we did the Aipac thing. We ran on slates. You know, now you got Steny Hoyer that's leaving in Maryland. And Adrian Boafo is his pick. He's Aipac. He's corrupt. He's just as bad as the next Chuck Schumer. So I'm voting for someone else. When I say don't vote blue no matter who, I say choose your vote carefully. And I would advise you to leave the others blank. Because I personally do not want blood on my hands for Israel under Netanyahu assassinating and exterminating Palestinians. I can't deal with that. If you can, then you're not somebody we want to be around. This is what the socialist movement is all about. Let's not get it twisted. We are peaceful people. But we do not appreciate white people in America dictating to us how to fight for our constitutional rights. Because you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Because we told you, just like we told Trump supporters, that all these, it doesn't matter how many motherfuckers you get out there on the streets in the United States, no one in Congress or the Senate is going to do anything unless they're a socialist or speaking out to end your situation. No one. All this flower power bullshit about, you need to go out there and you need to be peaceful and all that. Democrats who are members of Aipac stood out there like they did with John Lewis, once again, stood out there with the first people that started the 50-51 protests, saying if you're not peaceful, you're not with us. And you dipshits bought into it. You bought into this hippie revelation that if you go out there and peacefully protest and you get more numbers out, everything's going to be fine. Well, everybody told you from every country outside of the United States that that was not enough. You can get the numbers out, but if you're not willing to take down this bullshit, it's not going to happen. You want to be safe, white America. We understand that. We've understood that since 1492. But if that is your process, if that is your reality, then have at it. Because people who look like me cannot afford to sacrifice anything more for your cause. Because this right now is all about you. It's all about white America. Every podcaster getting on here talking about the process and the peaceful, it's all about you. And you know what? Black and brown America are fed up with being all about white America. Let me be clear. On this day, I have a family. You get on here and you talk all about your kids going to college and all that. How nice that is for you. The rest of us don't have the resources to send our kids to college. So guess what that equates into? No fucks given. I am tired of white people telling black people how to feel and then wondering why black people are not protesting. You know why? Because we're saving our resources to protect ourselves. It is not our charge to get out there and correct what you fucked up. It is not our charge to defend you against getting arrested by ICE. It is not our charge to do any of this shit. None of it is our responsibility. That falls on you because you did not correct the behavior of your clan ancestors. So get the fuck off my back and let me take care of my people. Because you sure as shit can't take care of the United States of America and should be voted out of office and should be taken over by anyone who is a socialist. Because socialism is what America should have been. You might not like that word, but that's what it was. The very first socialist that I understood wrote a book called The Jungle. Alright, his name was Upton Sinclair. He was almost killed because he was living in the United States of America and investigated the meat packing industry. And brought to light the reasons that we needed a government entity to watch over the foods we are being fed. We are way beyond that right now. White America protesting in front of ICE facilities are tolerating millions of veterans becoming homeless, people being kidnapped from their homes, journalists being threatened with incarceration, deportation, and other atrocities by this administration. Medicare and Medicaid being stopped by January of next year, helped along by Aipac Democrats. The fleecing of the United States Treasury, the funding of fascism by the United States Congress and the Senate, and the all-out terrorism of United States citizens, destruction of the United States Constitution, and fascism becoming rule of law by the United States Supreme Court. And then white people in America ask us to peacefully protest. And Democrats ask us in Congress and Senate to peacefully protest. While Republicans in Senate call us domestic terrorists. For those who do not understand where we are, Thomas Jefferson said, and this is the credo of the John Brown Alliance and the woke socialists, when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Now, if you cannot rebel, you need to keep your fucking ass at home and stay the fuck out of our way. Because right now, we are at critical mass and have been for some time. We are not beholden to any white person or podcaster or news person. We are not beholden to you. We are not beholden to the United States of America, since in America now we have no rights. You don't get to tell us how to fucking behave. You did that during Manifest Destiny, slavery, post-Civil War, the Civil Rights Movement, and now. Thousands of black veterans have fought for this country in every single war. For a country that they loved that did not love them back. Our love for this country is done. Our ties to white America are severed. Right now, we are in a position where we have no representation in government. We have no vote. We have no health care. We're paying taxes for things that we are not receiving. So we're done with that. We're done with the Aipac Democrats. We're done with the vote blue no matter who. Yeah, we're going to vote, but it's not going to be for you. Because we are not desperate enough to need you to inflict another 100 years of pain on people of color because of your greed. We have other options. We have ourselves. We don't need you for that. Since 2016, we have been educating people at the Woke Socialists, formerly or still John Brown Alliance, how to filter water, how to live outside, how to build fires, how to build crops. And we have prospered. We were looking forward while you were looking back. So we don't need you right now. When you're right, fear never comes into play. We don't need to bow down to ICE. Instead, we should be defending the people getting dragged away by ICE with our lives. When you say you believe in and love your country and you're not willing to give your life for it, you're the same type of poser as a Trump supporter. You're nothing more than them. So when you sat there or stood there and witnessed the murder of Alex Preddy and Renee Good, you did exactly what they wanted you to do because you were too weak to do anything different. And when George Floyd got killed, same thing. You filmed it, thinking the law was still going to work for you. And see, this was a test. And that's how stupid Americans right now are. They want to stand around and see what you're willing to tolerate, and then they take it a step further and a step further and a step further, and you fall for the okie doke every single fucking time. Every time you fall for it. And that's where we're at. Now they have built concentration camps. They have a place in Utah for homeless people. And now it's going to be illegal to sleep outside. And what did you do? You filmed it. Good looking out. Well, just like MAGA, don't wait for us to come to your rescue. Because we have a plan for our own survival. It's not about the United States anymore. It's about how we're going to survive without you. And we're going to need, just like Mom Donnie, the Democratic Party right now needs Zoran Mamdani more than he needs them. They need Graham Plattner more than he needs them. They need Hassan Piker more than he needs them. They need Kyle Kalinske more than he needs them. We don't need you anymore for this. The United States government, under both parties, has done absolutely nothing for people of color. So payback is coming. So as you keep supporting your CBS and your Walmarts and your Targets, and black people are buying Teslas by the number, don't ask socialists for the answers to your problems, because we have solved them for ourselves. And the John Brown Alliance is chock full, just like other organizations, of all the people who were doged, cast out, and everything else, who had skills and who could not wait for another election. And I'll make this prediction in my closing. Long before the 2028 election, the United States of America are going to feel absolute pain by not nominating Bernie Sanders for the 2016 election against Donald Trump. These are the repercussions of your actions. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And this is that. When we told you Donald Trump was going to get you killed, you did not listen. Now he's still going to get the rest of y'all killed. That's why y'all are scared doing podcasts and worrying about him being on some hit list and all this shit. We never feared that, because our intention is to work those motherfuckers off the job. There are 340 million Americans in the United States, and just a small minority of people that have white folks in America and Democrats in Congress and Senate intimidated to the point where they fund genocide. Let that be okay with them, because the meek shall inherit the earth, as the Bible says. You remember that book, right? If you want to find like people, you need to attend 7 Days in DC. It is being put on by United States veterans who are in the same situation as regular Americans, but have put themselves out there once again, when you were not willing to get killed for this country. The difference between you and them is you sit at home and tell everybody else what they need to do. These veterans actually get out there. Now this is taking place between June 28th and July 4th. We'll be there. You need to be there. But you know what? If you're not, no fucks given. No fucks given. Because it's going to be like-minded people getting together, getting their thoughts together, while you sit on your ass and do clickbait on social media. That's all I have for today. I hope you live the day you deserve. You might think you have done enough for this country by going out and protesting on the weekends, but some of us are only getting started. Sad to say. say. Since 2016, I'll say this. We have tried to lead y'all to the water, but we can't make you drink. And what's about to come is on you. This is your last summer as free Americans. Live the day you voted for. This is a Woke Socialist podcast. In the words of Edward R. Murrow, good night and good luck.